been certainly a process, and we followed the process that was included in his contract. This was something that Mr. Sentance, he came to us, came to our attorney about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks, and had already decided that it was time for him to resign.
I mean, this has been a little bit more of a year of, it seems like, controversy or issue after issue. How do we, in retrospect, was this the right way to go for the Board of Education with Michael Sentance?
At the time of the selection, the board obviously thought that they had the right person. We had a wonderful first couple of months, and then I just think that at that point there were a couple of things where you had disagreements, perhaps. But we are now looking for the future. I'm looking forward to the next step. We have an interim. I've worked with Dr. Richardson before. He was actually my junior high school principal here in Montgomery, and my husband's my older brother's science teacher, great science teacher too. And as I mentioned before, the president of my alma mater, from University. But during his tenure here with us, when I was first elected as a board member, we did many things that are still considered to be among the best in the country, and produced results. We saw that in our NAEP scores at the time when we were showing more progress, historic progress. We were not where we wanted to be completely, but we were moving in the right direction. So I'm looking forward to a return to very positive board meetings where we're looking at, for example, the ESSA plan and the changes that we must make. We've already had 2 discussions as a board. Those were at my request, and then the other would be the assessments. We're in the process of making decisions regarding assessments. That is certainly very much a part of learning, because you direct your standards at your assessments. The other issue will of course be the budget, which is due to the legislature by November 1st. It will go to the governor's office before it reaches certainly the legislative process, and we will look forward to continue working with the governor. And I'm thankful that she was here today. She has been certainly a part of the latest decisions, and has been actually throughout her tenure, her short tenure, but we look forward to many years in working.
In speaking with board member Peters yesterday, she thought that the board kind of pushed Michael Sentance out and that they didn't really give him a chance to succeed. Do you agree with that, or what's your reaction?
Well, one example, he never asked the board to even approve his Alabama sending plan, so that question was asked earlier. It's not a board approved plan. It was never brought to us for approval. I think part of the problem is that the board was not included in a lot of things that would have been very helpful. We didn't know that some of the things that he was doing, but right now we're looking forward to a future. He certainly has plans for his future, and just thankful that he decided to offer his resignation so that the board and Mr. Sentance can focus on different things.
Moving forward, how do you keep this from happening with the next search for the state superintendent? You mentioned disagreements. In this line of work, disagreements happen. So how do you move forward from that?
Well, having served with more superintendents where this did not happen, Dr. Richardson, as I mentioned, went on to Auburn University. After that, it was Dr. Morton, and he certainly retired, moved on to a different job that he decided to select. And then the other was Dr. Bice, who now is doing something different. Dr. Bice offered his resignation to the board. So the board has worked with other superintendents, and I mentioned earlier that before that, a different board had the longest serving superintendent in the state's history, and that was Dr. D.
Would you like to see someone like Craig Pouncey put his name back in for
We'll just have to wait and see. Dr. Pouncey has a very positive situation in Jefferson County, and there may be others who will submit names. We have not started the selection process.